Hey guys, well, back at camp again. Surprise, surprise. We got a little overgrown while we've been gone. It's August, oh man, wish I remember the dates, 21st or 2nd. But we got some brush hogging to do. Gotta clean up. It's been pretty wet, so we'll see, especially out where the dogs are. We'll see how mucky it is, if we just make a mess or not. But been a ton of rain in this area, so we're gonna get this all hooked up and ready to go. And you're gonna watch me struggle because I struggle with this every time. So I don't know if anybody's got any tips, that would be fantastic. So all right, anyway, we got some family coming up later for dinner, so I'll figure I get some work done while I can. Probably I'm gonna try to get out to where the tree stand is and lop stumps off finally. I haven't finished that area yet because I'd like to get that mowed too, because it is so close to October. I do have a bunch of trail cam footage from out in the thicket here, mainly just a mom and a doe, and it's, you know, fun. They come through and munch in here all the time, and then they come back almost daily, it seems. So, you know, probably until now, with the dog scent going to be all over the place. But anyway, all right, well, let's get to it. We got limited time. where I figured it'd be pretty wet. It's definitely wet, but we'll see after we mow it how bad it is, especially right there. All right, we're all mowed up. Brush hog, the rear wheel, I need to work on that, but other than those drag marks, it does fine. I don't know if I can sharpen the blade. Might help a little bit, at least in that thick grass. It's not as wet down there as I thought it would be, but at least it's all knocked down, and well, hopefully stuff keeps growing. At least stuff the deer like. I gotta get trying to decide on what trees I want to keep in this area. But I think ultimately we're gonna have a pond down here. That's the plan. About maybe, I don't know, wherever. It's wet enough. I think we get enough water to fill a pond up here. Have it kind of curve out around that way out here. I don't know, nothing too big. But it's definitely wet where the dogs are at now. And it's usually pretty wet here, like a little spring or something that pops up. So I think we'll be in good shape. And then once I figure out in here what trees we want to keep and go, be easier to mow in here with the brush hog. And get the little trailer out of the way, which I brought the sides, so they'll be here. They're on the trailer. Maybe we'll get them thrown on today. All right, morning everybody. It's Sunday, the next day, and the next thing I wanted to get done with the mowing done yesterday. We had a good time. Some family came, had a nice little cookout, and hung out, had a fire and whatnot. So it's a good time. It's kind of the whole point of this place. So, but one issue we've noticed, we haven't been down a lot, and it's been really wet this season, and nothing's getting a chance to dry out. So we actually came down to a little bit of mold in the camper. You even had windows open, fan on, just circulating a little bit, but there's still some surfaces that got some mold just because it's been so humid. And I think a lot of it too, you know, with the way the building's set in here, it's just not getting enough sunlight in here when we have sun. So we're gonna end up going ahead and taking a few of these trees out closer to the building just to try to get more sun in here. Is if the ground's holding moisture, it's obviously going to be around the camper. So we'll get some of these trees down, see if we can't get the sun in here and maybe a little more airflow. I don't know. So we're gonna start on the back side. There's a tree sticking out the back. Probably gonna do a couple more here off the end of the building, and we'll see what it looks like after that. So all right, so let's drop some trees. Is he's not over here?
He's not over there.
Oh, he's back here. He is.
Oh, he is.
Come on, Gus. Hey, come on. Go get Mom. Where's Mom? He's coming.
Sausage.
Thank you.
definitely should.
Alright, so we decided to take down a couple more trees after seeing, basically what I showed you before. You saw us take these two down on this back side, front side, whatever, the long side of the building. And then, I don't know, what, 2, 3, 4 little ones back there again. So, the sun was just shining just before I turned this on, but you could see the sun from up in that corner, that pocket, shining down into this area. So this is definitely a damp area. Just there's a lot of moss starting underneath all this, and the fact that the sun's getting here means it'll dry out quite a bit. So we'll take a step back here real quick. That's gonna help a lot. A big pine tree, I love it, but we're gonna wait a little bit, but that might be next. All right, so here's the other end. I guess it's another after shot, but I don't know, I think it's gonna work out pretty good. You see back where the trees are dropped that it's getting lighter, brighter back in there, so it's all gotta help. But all right, well, I think I got all this wood over here split. I saved you that boringness of splitting wood, because next is getting this stuff cleaned out, cutting these two little trees down, and continuing the driveway here, just widening it up. And then we could park 3, 4 cars wide down there. Maybe have a guest camper sit here, and we'll see what route we go. But that probably will be next spring, summer. I've just kind of running out of time this year. Gotta wrap up what I've got going on, and then it'll be deer season before you know it. So, all right. Well, it's been a long day. It's good. We've been productive. I've just dropped these trees. We'll get them cleaned up the next time. It's going to be another full day, maybe. Clean them up, split them, get them stacked up someplace. So I'd like to follow them through for once, my projects. But yeah, so anyway, that's it for this time, and we'll catch you next time we're down here. See ya.